Hi, and welcome to the first episode of Self-Published.
What we do here at Self-Published is we find ebooks online, and based on the premise or title, we download and read and review them.
The first book is The Dildo in the Basement by Lilith Grimm. We stumbled upon this modern masterpiece at a bar one night where we were discussing if you could buy dildos on Amazon. You can. And while searching, obviously because dildo's in the title, this book came up.
First impressions, the cover.
It was like the creepy looking down the stairs into the basement.
With an obviously photoshopped dildo
Yeah, and it was very dark.
And Lilith
and then
Grimm, the font her name is written in is like a horror font.
So it seems like, oh man, haunted sex story.
Yeah, by someone with the last name Grimm. This 13-year-old girl named Brittany is taken by her parents to a house they just bought that her dad intends to fix up and resell. Brittany wanders down into the basement and finds not only a glass dildo, but a sex dungeon.
Chair. Yeah, it's a sex dungeon.
It is totally a sex. I mean, there's a chair with straps. There's
manacles. Under the stairs, which is the most logical place to put the manacles.
There's a cat of nine tails. Whipping. So 13-year-old Brittany finds a glass dildo.
And she knows what it is immediately, and she picks it up, and she hears her dad come down the stairs. She freaks out and has to hide it.
She shoves it into her pants.
And she says, pointing at her pussy. And that was the first thing I was like, that was like the first vulgar thing, and I was like, I don't think you need it. When she's 13, you don't need to use that word.
And then all of a sudden, within the space of a page, we're jumping forward 5 years, dad has cancer, dad's dead. But like they drop the cancer bomb in like 2 paragraphs, and then she's 18 and is remembering.
Yeah, so now it's not weird when these sexual escapades ensue.
So while mom's out of the house, she goes and looks to see if the dildo is still hidden, where she hid it under the shed 5 years ago. And lo and behold, it is.
It's a little dusty, so she rinses this off.
Does she?
It just said she rinsed it off.
This dildo has been in a basement in an old decrepit house for decades. And then she hides it in a shed for another 5 years and then lightly rinses it before inserting it in her.
So yeah, she takes it and she describes it, and she's like, oh man. She talks about how she's getting wet. Again, this is a sex story. She called her vagina a crack. It's like you do not... When you reference any part of a human body, and you say crack, ass.
Right.
Crack, ass.
She also described it as a sideways smile.
She said sideways smile. I laughed.
I also wrote down here, cavern of desire.
Cavern of desire.
That's a pretty good one.
Her love button is what she called her clitoris.
Yeah, her pink marble.
Pink marble.
We learned she's a little apprehensive. She's only been with one guy.
She has a boyfriend, Zach.
And she says, I was nervous for some reason. I had only had sex with one person in my life and never had a sex toy before. I had played around a year or so before with a small cucumber and once with the handle of a jump rope.
But the jump rope was too rough.
Was uncomfortable and I only used it for a moment. The cucumber was nice, but it wasn't a penis. As I fucked myself, my pussy goo, as I like to call it, began running down the shaft of the glass. Pussy goo.
Yeah.
So Brittany, our main character, Zach, her boyfriend, and then her random friend Amanda take the 8-hour, 10-hour drive down to Clinch County, Georgia to go see the house again.
They go upstairs and she's like, wow, there are a lot of bedrooms. I was like,
15,
whorehouse.
15 bedrooms.
Yep, I was like, whorehouse.
Clearly
immediately.
I
was like,
yes. They discover it was a bordello. They find a diary. They find out this place was operating before World War II. All the prostitutes left the bordello to go to the city to take up men's jobs while
because
there
were no men to come bang them either.
Yeah, and so basically that's what this place is. It's an abandoned bordello.
Zach and her do it again in the what I'm going to call the master bedroom.
On a canopy bed.
On the canopy bed with no sheets.
Gross.
She gets again descriptive with like seeing his nuts, like smacking against her and shit.
I got a line from this one. If his were a spear, I would have impaled myself on it.
Because it was so hard.
Bill Shakespeare, eat your heart out. Amazing.
A year later, she's engaged to Zach, so she's 19 and engaged. Stupid.
To her first...
You one guy and a dildo.
Yeah.
You've had a glass dildo.
And she liked the dildo better. She even said,
yeah.
She said she liked the dildo better.
So what were your final thoughts?
I think in conclusion, I'd give it 2 out of 5 dildos.
2 out of 5 dildos. It's 99 cents. I'm not pissed off I bought it by any means. If 99 cents and at most 45 minutes of your time.
Yeah, and if you're you're a woman age 30 to 50, I would bet this would probably be right up your crotch smile.
right up your crack.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever Lilith Grimm was thinking with this cover art, it really set up expectations for something the book didn't deliver on, which was horror erotica, a ghost dildo. That's all I wanted.
This has been the first edition of Self-Published. Join us next time.